Storm. Yo, that's cool. Invincible #1 foil reprint. Transformers. That I don't care for that cover. And I'll get my orders and show you when I get one. And boom, we are back from the comic shop. I got a pretty, let's look at this. I got a pretty fat stack this week because this is the combined from this week's and last week, because last week my shop had like shipping issues. And so yeah, we got a pretty fat stack this week, and so let's get into them. Okay, first I want to get into newest issue of Absolute Batman's out. So looks cool. She had the main cover like I showed in the video. I don't really care for the main cover. I usually get the main covers if you go back and watch my other comic book day videos, but I just didn't want it. Plus we get this cool logo cover. That's really cool. Thank you, Dad, for the background for coughing. Next, I got Iron Man issue 1. This definitely didn't come out this week. We're already on issue 2. I don't have issue 2, but I got this cool like video game cover for Cosmic Evasion. I think it looks pretty cool. I already read it because my mom went to Bed Bath & Beyond after we went to the comic shop. It had me lost in the beginning, reeled me in the middle, kind of lost me at the end. I liked it. I don't think it was perfect. I think it was mid-tier, so I'll stay with it. I'll stay with it for a few issues to see if I like it. So yeah. Okay, so next thing we got is DCKO issue #5. The cool, I think they're called like acid covers. I just call them the plastic covers, but came out last week. Like I said, wasn't able to get it. Really cool main cover. Didn't get all of like the tie-ins for DCKO like I did for Blood Hunt and other stuff. So I just thought I would stick with like the main like storylines. But today at the shop, after we checked out, so it will be safe for next week, my dad ordered a DCKO tie-in. It was the one with Vampirilla on it, because and like the entire Dynamite plus Marvel, so I can't wait to get that. My dad's a big Vampirilla and Dynamite fan just in general, so that's gonna be cool to get. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next I got Infernal Hulk issue 4. Really cool main cover. I'm gonna be for real. I was really excited when it came out. I'm yet to read it because it follows the same continuity as the last mainline Hulk, and it ended at issue 30, and I didn't get any. And there's a listing online for like $150. So right now I'm saving up to get that. Once I get that, I'm going to read through all 30 issues of the last Incredible Hulk series, and then I'm going to read Infernal Hulk. Can't wait to when I get there. Okay, so next I have Amazing Spider-Man issue 23, Death Spiral. Yeah, Death Spiral Part 2. I do plan on getting all the Death Spirals, but I had to make sure I made that clear because that she didn't have the one-shot for me this week, so I will definitely be getting the one-shot. I've been loving these Amazing Visions. I don't have them all, so I do. This is number 13 out of 25. I do plan on getting all of the Amazing Vision covers, and just because they show all the important key moments in Spider-Man's life, and I just think they're really cool, and I can't wait for the next one. And alright, so now we have Transformers issue 30. Don't care for the main cover. I know this isn't RC, it's someone new. I do need to catch up with Transformers entirely because I think I left off like issue 13. So I have a lot of catching up to do. But before, it's not I dropped it because it's bad or stopped reading it. It's just I have so many other books I have to get through. But I will definitely be reading them all or trying to do my best to get caught up. And so, yeah, let's get into the next issue. Okay, so next I have TMNT Journeys issue 7. I have issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't know why I didn't get 5 and 6. I guess just got mixed up and whatever. But I do plan on getting those. I did like reprints of the old TMNT series, but I've been loving it because it is, in fact, black and white, and I love it. I love black and white comics. Black and white comics are really cool. And now that I'm looking at it, these are in these compendiums. I might end up getting those if it's for the last Ninja Turtles IDW series. Because I do need to read that, but let's move on. Speaking of mainline TMNT, I got TMNT issue 16 right here with this. Is that cover A? No, but it's still a cool cover and stuff. I do have almost all the Kevin Eastman covers. I do plan on having all the Kevin Eastman covers. Did Kevin Eastman? Yeah, yep, right here. The Kevin Eastman cover is cover B, so I need to make sure I get that. And they have the cool, like, witch. Gosh, I cannot remember her name, but she was in the 2012 shows, so that's how I know who she is. And so, yeah, it's going to be really cool. And I need to catch up on this spring break. I do, in, like, entirety of March, I do plan on catching up on Ninja Turtles, because I left off on, like, issue 8. So I need to catch up before I get way too far behind. So let's move on. Okay, so next I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Godzilla issue 4. This is a really cool cover with all the monsters on it with... Oh, don't hate me, guys, but I have no idea who the other two are. Haven't read it yet, but I have seen cool things of, like, Shredder turning into a big monster. I don't know if that was a spoiler, sorry if it was for anybody. But I'm just going to wait for all of them to come out. Usually all the Ninja Turtle collaborations are only 5 issues long, so I'll just wait for all of them to come out and then read it. And so, yeah, really cool. Can't wait to read it, and let's move on. Next here, I have Casey Jones issue 5. The issue before last, I really like this series. I left off on issue 2, because once I found out it's just going to be a 6-issue, like, mini-series, I'm just like, I was waiting for them all to come out. So I can't wait for next issue to come out so I can just go ahead and read them all. It looks great. They've been hyping up him a lot. I don't know if this is like a version of like Tiger Claw or something. It looks more like a white cheetah. I don't know. So I can't wait till when I can read it. And so let's move on. Next we have Sonic Racing Cross Worlds One Shot. I have not played the game. I plan on eventually getting it because I'm more of a Mario Kart person. So not saying it doesn't look good. It probably is really fun. Probably even more fun compared to Mario Kart World. I don't really care for World. But probably just a little mini prelude story. If Sonic Cross Worlds even has a story. Yeah, at the very end, it doesn't say to be continued. It says look forward for the next race. I don't know if that means get in the game and play a mission or they're going to do another issue. But it does say One Shot right in the corner, so I can't wait to read that. I bet that'll just be a fun little Sonic issue, and let's move on. Okay, so next, speaking of Sonic, we got Sonic issue 85 on the mainline series. I have not been keeping up at all with this. I started getting it issue 75 after I seen Sonic 3. I went to my comic shop, said, hey, I want to start getting some mainline Sonic stuff. And to cover the gap from everything before 75, I've been getting the big collections. I have the first 2 big collections, so I plan on getting all of those up to 75, and then I'll read them. So yeah, looks like cool. They've been hyping her up a lot, whoever she is, so I can't wait to read it, and let's move on. Okay, so next here we have Master Universe The Sword of Flaws issue 4. This is an awesome cover. I have not been reading this. My dad gets these, but I do eventually plan on reading his, like, Master Universe and like the Thundercats. But yeah, it's weird how Dark Horse does these. They do them like every other month, so probably to give the production team more time to make them the best they can be. And so yeah, really cool. I'm eventually gonna read them, and so let's move on. Okay, so the last book I have for the day is the Thundercats Lost in Time blind bag. Like I said, my dad gets the Thundercat stuff. I do plan on eventually reading them. But that name has me interested. He opened it. I have no idea what's in the bag. I have no idea. So we're going to see it together. But my dad knows what it is. So, ooh, okay. Oh, it's like, I think it's the Lost characters. Yeah, Lost in Time. So it's probably just them. That's cool. So I'll probably eventually read that once I read the mainline stuff. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go follow both of my TikToks. Here's my main one where I post whatever. Here's my comic book one where I post comic books, video games, whatever. Dad, work friend, give him this to give me specifically. And I thought it was nice. I don't know who it is or anything, but it's a novel. I don't really read novels as much as comics. I do occasionally, but most of the time if I read a novel, I just turn on the audiobook and just flip through the page through it. But it's Black Widow Red Vengeance. Don't know anything about it. Looks cool. For about 400 pages long. I'll eventually get to reading it. So if y'all enjoyed this video, like I just said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time. Boom. Okay, so next thing we got is okay. Boom. Okay, so I don't like that. This video. Oh crap. No, we're good. We're good.